told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby I have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away, as you fade away.
Like nothing I felt, my mind overwhelmed. I think that I'm broken, but I hope you can't help. I know I'm not perfect, but some days I feel far more worthless. Baby, you make me feel nervous. If I still have you, I have purpose. It's all worth it.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. I guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away, as you fade away. Tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray.
Dysregulated cells are instructed to divide and produce the multiple copies of the HPV viral DNA. As a result of this non-scheduled replication, there is an accumulation of cells that disrupts the structural appearance of the epithelial tissue. What was once very ordered and highly structured now begins to look disorganized. The extension of this disorganization through the upper layers and to the surface of the epithelium is what is used to classify the degree of the lesion. Abnormal cell growth in the lower 1/3 of the basal epithelium is categorized as cervical intraepithelial neoplasia grade 1 or CIN1, when this extends up 2/3 of the way from the bottom basal epithelium, it is CIN2. Ultimately, when the abnormally dividing cells span more than 2/3 of this cell layer, it is referred to as CIN3. This is the immediate precursor to cervical cancer. Invasive cervical cancer ensues when the abnormal cells break through the basal membrane and infect the dermis. It is when this process becomes persistent that cervical cancer becomes the ultimate consequence. So, how does the HPV virus infection cause cervical cancer? Infection is initiated when the HPV virus penetrates the basal cells. Once the cell is infected, the viral capsid is shed and the circular HPV genome is shuttled into the nucleus of the cell. As mentioned earlier, the DNA from the HPV virus contains 8 different genes. Early genes are designated as E, and late genes are designated as L. In normally dividing cells, 2 gene products carefully regulate the process. These are the p53 and retinoblastoma, or PRB, proteins. The p53 is responsible for guarding the genome by initiating DNA repair, cell cycle checkpoints, and apoptosis. The retinoblastoma protein, or PRB, is responsible for preventing replication of damaged DNA in the cell and regulating the cell cycle. Upon E6 and E7 expression, the proteins that are encoded by the mRNA sequences interact with p53 and PRB respectively. This is what results in the unscheduled cell replication and division. As these infected cells are forced to replicate, viral episomes are also replicated, producing more viral particles. Several important facts about HPV disease progression are worth considering. Because E6, E7 mRNA expression is needed at all points along disease progression, and tests targeting these genes cannot differentiate between progressing and regressing lesions. E6, E7 mRNA expression produces E6, E7 proteins, driving dysregulated cell replication. This results in an accumulation of HPV DNA plus cells. mRNA levels are difficult to reliably quantify and therefore presents a more challenging diagnostic target. On the other hand, the L1 gene has been used to reliably detect HPV DNA and distinguish one HPV genotype from another for over 25 years. Only DNA-based tests have been shown to have a long-term, low-risk period after a negative test. With many copies of HPV within one cell and many infected cells within every patient sample, random and unpredictable HPV incorporation makes it impossible for the same 200 BP-L1 gene region to be uniformly deleted. Research indicates that based upon histological status, DNA testing yields increasing positive results for patients across the spectrum of disease progression, thus making DNA the gold standard for a cervical cancer screening assay.